Hey everybody. Okay, so like I said in the previous video, I am going to do a kind of a quick little how-to with the nail strips, how to apply. The set I decided on were these. It's the first set I showed yesterday. Oh my god, I can't talk today. But yeah, it's the first set I showed yesterday. And it's the set I decided to go with because my nails are on the smaller side. Now, I've already prepped my nails, took off my nail polish. I'm going to show you how to do one and how I do it. And then I'll do that one, and then I'll come back to show you guys how to, how it ends up with. So what I usually do is I'll take off, of course, my nail polish. If I'm wearing nail polish or nail strips, I have these little clips that you put, you could put the nail polish remover on like a little cotton ball or whatever, stick it on your fingers, put the clips on, wait say 5-10 minutes, take it off, clean it off. Then what you'll do is just give your fingernails a little file. You'll get your nails, your cuticles and whatnot with the cuticle stick. And what I do next, and this is covered in fur because my cat was just laying on it, but I have a heating pad right beside me that I usually keep them on just to kind of keep them nice and warm, because that's how I've had the best experience with nail strips. I keep them on that while I'm doing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up. Hopefully I don't end up ripping the nail strips or anything while I'm trying to get this bad boy open. There we go. I might actually have to see if I can push this down a little bit. There we go. There we are. All right, we're going to pull this on out. And how I tend to go with in there, it does have a like a little cellophane wrap on the outside of it. So as you go, you'll pull that off. I go from pinky up to my thumbs. So what you'll do is you'll just do it along your nails to see which one would best fit your nail. And for me, my pinky best goes with the 7 millimeter. Yeah, the 7, which with the sun right behind me. This one is a 5. Actually, that's not a 5, it's a 6. The smallest one is a 6, this one is a 7. So 7 is the best one for me. So what I'll do is so you have one for each side. So what I do pinkies, and then I do the rest of it from there. So I'm going to pull that off, stick it over here with the trash, pull it off, and I do still have, you want to be careful to not really handle it too much with your fingers, with the oils from your hands and whatnot, but you'll just get it right on your finger, right on your nail. I like to kind of press it while it warm up a little bit on my fingernail. Now what I typically do is actually, and I did not even do that today, but usually I have a pair of cuticle scissors over here, and I'll just use that to kind of go and clip off the excess at the end. But you can also just use the nail file, go down with it, and it will get your finger, get it set right on up to it. And now that's stuck over on my other finger, so I got to get that off. Get that, get the stick, and we're just going to get everything nice and flattened out. And I do typically like to do this at night before I go to bed, so I will get a full 8 hours of it not getting anything on it that is wet, because it can kind of, make it a look, not maybe necessarily make it damp, but with the, let me see if it even says it on the directions. So it doesn't say it on there, but in my experience, if And of course I will be taking pictures too, probably later or tomorrow. There's one. Let me show you the other side really quick. Get it did on up. Sorry about that. I just got interrupted by my boyfriend. So anyway, back to where we were. Showing you the other pinky real quick. Stick that right on. And like I was saying, I usually like to do this at night before I go to bed. That way I can make sure it gets a nice cure on it. And I usually like to do it when I'm completely done for the night, got everything ready for bed. That way I don't have to wash my hands, get my hands all wet. Just get this all. Okay, and I actually forgot to pull off that. So, as for example, make sure you pull that off because it will make it a little bit harder to get it to come undone. Here we go. Alright. So, the only thing I do not like is these little cellophane things or whatever. They want to stick to your fingers and everything, I swear. It's horrible. Okay, so there is, now that it is, of course, is a little bit lopsided, but I should have closed this stuff before I did because you can't really tell. But, like I said, I will be doing some pictures after to kind of show. So I just wanted to show how with the first one, that way I've got a little bit, and I am going to come back in a minute. I'm going to get a couple more on, and because oh yeah, these are doing really nice over here because it gets them. You don't want them too hot, but you also don't want them like too cold, because if they're too hot, they'll be too tacky and they like are going to be crazy. But if they're too cold, they're very brittle and they will break. I've had that happen with other nail strips before that I've sold previously. I've had it with others that I have not sold. So I've had that experience with multiple brands. So I would say it's not really something that's universal, but it is pretty often, I think. Alright, and for myself, the next one is this 10 millimeter for my next one. So, let me get those right there. And I'll do one more. And then we will keep moving. So, those are horrible. I swear. It's not just me, I swear. I don't think it is. These things want to stick to everything because of, you know, I don't know. I feel like they want to stick to everything, you know. It's got the little cellophane wrap on stuff. It's horrible. So, got that one ready. Put that right there. Get it nice and pressed in. It's going to be a nice little set with this one, I think. Because the opposite nail for this one is going to be glitter, a silver glitter. And I love me a glitter nail. Alright, let's get this one. Actually, you know what? I think I'll just show you guys the whole thing because it really doesn't, to me anyway, I don't really think it takes that long. Alright, there we go. That one is off. Now, if you're wanting to do, like, you know, the whole works with stuff and everything, you know, yeah, you can definitely get it up there to where, like, you know, you're giving yourself the whole in-salon manicure, you know, experience. Now, I know right now I want to say I think we're up to about 10 minutes. So if you guys are bored, please feel free to fast forward. I'll make this as quick as I can. But there we go. Second nail, 2 nails done. When Well, at least on one hand, 2 nails are done. Alright, let's get this side off real quick before I actually forget on that one. Oh my god, come off my fingers. Okay. Alright, let's get that pulled off. I really should have brought some of my other stuff over here to pull them off. Because this wanting to stick to my fingers for those. Alright, let's see. Like that. Right there. And it is going to look really cute, I think. And of course, like I did with the previous video, I will have, you know, everything up on the screen. I will put the directions up. I will have the name of the set up. I will even probably have up the discount code I have. So if you guys like the set and you wanted to get your own, you can get 10% off. And of course, my 10% off code is good for everything at BellaHoot. Not just nails. Not just the nail strips and not just nail related items. It's also good on the jewelry and whatnot. Should have got my big one. My big emery board, because, well, these are great to have like a little, you know, if you need like a little emery board, you know, in your purse, this one is great. But if you're needing something like then it's just like, it's alright, but I get better work with my metal emery board, I think, or my glass one, when I manage to remember I have it and pull it out. Okay. Okay, there we go. 2 nails fully done. And granted, yes, it has been about 15 minutes, I would say, by now. But, you know, I mean, it's really, really decent. Alright. Actually, I'm over here trying to skip a dang nail. Yeah, alright. So, for myself, the sizes that are best is the 7, the 10, and then it's looking like it's probably going to be the 15 and the 17.5 possibly. So here's the bigger 2 sizes in it. And this one that I've got is good for, it's a mini nail strip. And it's good for kids' fingers and smaller hands and stuff like that. So let's, come on off that. Ooh, and I think I made my cat angry because I made her get off of my, I made her mad because I made her get up off of my, I think I made her mad because I made her get up off of my stuff. And she's like, forget you, bro. Anyway, after I get done with these, I will be starting dinner. And these definitely work out nicely. Let's just go ahead and actually pop that like so, like I usually used to. That way. Darn, I actually just remembered I wanted to do this one on the other finger. Oh well. It'll be alright. Still, it's going to be cute. Okay. There we are. There we go for that one. There we are. There's 3 almost done. Alright, there we go. Okay. Because I feel Like that definitely gets it on there a little bit better. Okay. Alright, sorry about that. My device that I'm doing this on is actually getting low, so I might actually have to come back to finish this off in a second. And I apologize for that. My dog sees someone walking by or something. I think it's a squirrel, so let me go ahead and pause this and I'll finish out my nails and come back. So I'll be back in 2 seconds. Alright, I think my dog is done. And I'm still on my pointers, but just something great to show you guys. So for the pointer nail, the nail strip was too big for my finger. So what I did was I got it as good on my finger as I could and just started working to where I could kind of cut it off where my nail meets the cuticle and whatnot to get it to come off. That way it would separate from there and then just proceed to keep filing over here and whatnot. That way, if this happens to you guys will know what to do. So anyways, there we go. Beautiful. There we go. So basically, in comparison, granted is the next size up nail, but that's about what it looks like. And granted, this one will be on this one basically. So it'll be over there, and this one will probably be a little bit too big as well. Oh, maybe not. We'll see though, but I'm going to let that keep being right there on that. And we're going to get this other size real quick, because I think by the time we're done with this, it'll be probably around 20 minutes-ish, give or take. So, yeah, let's get this going. And it'll be great to show you guys with the other side too, because this one is also going to be too big for my finger. So sometimes you can even just go with it and be like, all right, we're just going to get that right there at the skin to it. Get that right to there. That way I have the rind right there on the nail. So I'll just kind of push it right in. And I'm sure some will be like, oh my gosh, you're doing it wrong. Well, I might be doing it wrong, but this is how I do it. You do it however is best for you. Alright, let's get this going. That way I can get everything good. There we go. And these are going to be very, very cute, because I actually have to go to my 9 to 5 tomorrow night and work, so I will be getting some compliments there, I'm sure. And they're all going to be like, oh my gosh, who did your nails? I did my nails with BellaHoot. That's who I did my nails with. That's who did my nails. I did my nails myself with some BellaHoot nail strips and stickers. Okay, let's see. I think that is almost. Oh my gosh, almost. Let's see. Oh yeah. Alright. Almost. Just not quite wanting to right there at the end. Alright. And if you guys happen to be on my Instagram or on my Facebook group, you can check to see pictures of my Manny, my Nelfie, if you will, my Nelfie. And once it starts to chip and whatnot, I will do a comparison for how long it's been lasting. Alright, right there. And then I can give it a little bit more, yeah, because I just managed to get that off with the cuticle stick. So let's just give it a quick little round off to make sure everything around is actually still good. Just get that extra little bit that's wanting to come. And of course, like I said, pardon the glare right there, because it is almost 5:30 my time where I live in the United States. So it's kind of getting there. go. Almost there. And these, there we go. So cute. Alright, last set of nails. My thumbs. Alright. Get the little cellophane thing off of that, and I still hate them. I do not care. Fight me. They're horrible, but they also work really great for kind of, you know, protection with it for the nail, you know, while it's traveling and whatnot. Alright, let's see. Let's get this over here, because I want to get this nail, this side done first. Okay, there we go. That'll be good right there. And we'll get everything smoothed out. Alright. Get that off a little bit. Alright. Alright, almost, but not quite with this over here. Not quite wanting to break apart yet. There we go. And I gotta get that going over there. And there we go. That side pulled off. Oliver Queen, stop talking to the neighbors. They don't want to talk to you. I mean, they probably do want to talk to you, but you bark too much, and then they don't want to come over here because it's a barking dog. And he's a big boy, too. He's like... Okay, my dog. I don't think I've shared anything about my pets. I have 2 tuxedo cats and a husky mix. And if that is something you would like to see, I can leave that in the comments for their Instagram, which I don't really post that often for them, but they do have their own Instagram because I am that pet mom, and this came off a little bit janky with the nails, but it'll be alright on this one. Yeah. Alright, there's that one. So there's one hand done. So that basically wraps it up, guys. We are probably going on like 25-30 minutes at this point, so you know, yeah, it can take a little bit longer, and sure, it probably is a little bit longer than getting, you know, other stuff done, but you know, you're still getting some pretty amazing nails. So I will wrap it out here, guys, and I will insert a picture of my finished nails now. Alright, and of course my 10% off coupon if you guys would like to get your own for the ones in the last, for all of the ones I just got in, which you can see in the last video, or if you want to get this set or even a different set, you know, that's entirely up to you. You can go to my BellaHoot, which is going to be linked in the description below, along with my 10% off coupon code, which I'll have right here. And that code is KATIE BOUTIQUS. You know what? It's Katie's Country Boutique. Same as the channel. Yeah. My brain just stopped working on me there for a second. So, yeah. It'll be right there. And you guys can just copy paste. And I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me for, you know, say about a half an hour. 25 minutes, half an hour or so. So, we will see you guys on the flip. And I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys later.